Welcome back to No Limits Wrestling. Still to come tonight, the hardcore legend takes on the big red machine. Kane is Wyatt's disciple, and he has been sent to do the bidding of Bray Wyatt when he goes one-on-one with Cactus Jack here tonight. And well, in the ring there you see RVD, Rob Van Dam, and originally this was scheduled to be a one-on-one match as revenge for Pentagon Jr. nearly breaking the arm of Rob Van Dam last week. But now, as we saw earlier tonight, Pentagon Jr. has become the hardcore champion, and now he's going to have his first title defense merely half an hour after winning the title from Xavier Woods in the backstage area. And despite an arm that is not 100%, Rob Van Dam now has the opportunity to become a champion and the Van Daminator. So Pentagon Jr., that chair in the face, and now the leg drop. And before Pentagon Jr. won the title, this was just meant to be a one-on-one matchup. It was revenge for what happened last week when Van Dam was in the backstage and he was getting beaten down by Pentagon Jr. Well, tonight was the rematch, or I should say, the grudge match. And now RVD has the opportunity of a lifetime to become hardcore champion, gets thrown into the barricade and then drop kicked. And remember, false count anywhere, no disqualifications and no countouts in this match. It's for the hardcore title, and Pentagon gets backdropped into the crowd. And what is going through the mind of Van Dam right now? He's on the top rope. And oh my God! Van Dam flying through the air, nearly 10 feet into the crowd. Well, we've got to take a look at this again. Watch the height he cleared. From the ring to the crowd, he dove right onto Pentagon Jr. and now they're in the backstage area. Remember, false count anywhere in these hardcore title matches. The suplex on the hard concrete. They're in the gorilla position right now in the backstage, and a lot of weaponry can be used. He just threw a barrier at the face of Van Dam. And now Pentagon goes right after him, but the stop sign to the face. And now here's the equipment table with the monitors that the agents are looking at. Another monkey flip. Pentagon lands on his feet. And now a power slam, crashing through the table. Here's a cover, but a kick out by Van Dam. Van Dam still in this fight, but Pentagon Jr. doesn't want to lose the hardcore title mere minutes after winning it from Xavier Woods. And now manages to maintain composure and balance as he rests on that barrier and delivers the thrust kick. And then near the exit, and uses that barrier to crush Pentagon Jr. and they just flew out the door of the arena. They're on the outside here now, and the Rolling Thunder onto that railing. They are outdoors here. It is a snowy January night, a snowy winter's evening for these two men to be wrestling in. And although false count anywhere, you may catch hypothermia any longer, but a chair to the face of Van Dam, who lies on that table outside. And now Pentagon climbs the table. Oh my God, look at this! Oh, the package pile driver through the table onto the snow. It is pitch black outside, and Pentagon Jr. picks up the victory as the referee pounds the snow for the 1-2-3. Pentagon Jr. retains the hardcore championship, and as I said when he won it half an hour ago, I don't think anybody is going to be able to stop Pentagon Jr. Although maybe I'll be proved wrong, who knows. But Van Dam wanted revenge for having his arm nearly broken last week. However, Pentagon Jr. a successful title defense. A convincing victory for Pentagon Jr. over Rob Van Dam. Somebody else who's looking for a convincing victory at Desolation is Cesaro. He wants to be the man that puts Brock Lesnar away for good. However, Brock Lesnar, as we know, is a dominant beast. Ever since the draft episode where Cesaro and Lesnar came face to face in that backstage confrontation, we have been looking forward to the match and the brawl that's going to ensue at Desolation. It was the week after that Brock Lesnar took on Kalisto and absolutely destroyed him. Cesaro was watching on in the back as this all took place, and maybe the ball has dropped as to how this challenge is going to affect Cesaro. How difficult is it going to be for Cesaro to put away Brock Lesnar? Very few men have. That said, very few men have actually gone to Brock Lesnar and challenged them face to face. This week it was Cesaro's turn to see action, and he was in action against... Hang on, what? We have to take a singing break? What's this about? Ahem. Spotlight, please. My name is Aiden English. I'm the newest wrestler here. All the fellow athletes cower in fear. The debonair devastation of such exquisite sophistication. And I perform with such finesse. Everyone knows I'm the best. There's not going to be an encore after that. Cesaro with the uppercut and stomping him down, wasting little time, taking out Aiden English for the sake of music lovers everywhere. And now the springboard uppercut. Aiden English, already in his NLW debut, getting pounded by Cesaro and those uppercuts. But kicks himself away. And don't let his singing fool you. He is a tough competitor in that ring. He's got the headlock on now, but Cesaro... Now we're going to go for a swinging, not a singing, a swinging from Cesaro. And now finally lets him go for the sake of Aiden English. I'm sure that's not going to be very good for his vocals. But we shall see. And now picked up and popped up for the uppercut. This is what Cesaro will be dealing to Brock Lesnar at Desolation. Cracks his head. And now the Dutch neutralizer. And Aiden English, sorry for him, he does not win his NLW debut. Cesaro has defeated Aiden English right now. And while he can sing all he likes, he can sing till the cows come home, but Cesaro picks up the victory, just one episode away from his clash against the Beast Incarnate. And speaking of the devil, here he comes. Last week, Brock Lesnar had a dominant display which Cesaro was watching on, and Brock Lesnar was apparently watching in the back as well when Cesaro was manhandling Aiden English. And Aiden English may be taken out, but Cesaro now has to turn his attention to this man, the Beast himself, Brock Lesnar. And we may very well have a fight on our hands right now, but it looks as if Brock Lesnar wants to save it for Desolation. Cesaro is more than happy to have a fight right now, but the pain will have to wait until Desolation. The tension is already starting to boil over between Brock Lesnar and Cesaro. Well, folks, up next we were meant to have a women's division match, Lita taking on AJ Lee from the Wyatt family. However, as we saw this past week, that will not happen. That is because when Lita had just finished putting away Natalya in a match, she was confronted by Trish Stratus. Stratus had been out with an injury since the Royal Rumble, and in the interim, Lita had won the Women's Championship from Charlotte. Lita last week had actually used a move in tribute to Trish Stratus, the Total Stratisfaction Bulldog. However, Trish didn't see this as a tribute, she saw it as an insult, attacking Lita and exclaiming that she was the one who should be the Women's Champion, and how Lita had taken advantage of a situation which Trish created herself. Now, we don't know exactly the extent of Lita's injuries. We hope to have an update for you again on Metal, but as Trish explained this past week in an interview, she's the one who says she's done all the hard work and she wants to be the Women's Champion, obviously. And well, AJ's not going to see action here tonight, but another member of the Wyatt family is, and that person is Kane. Kane will go one-on-one with Cactus Jack. This all stems from the feud between Jack and Wyatt, which has been brewing on over the past number of weeks. It was on Metal where Bray Wyatt called out Sting. However, Cactus Jack came down and said to Bray, "This is not a fight you want to pick." That was when Bray Wyatt and Kane attacked Cactus Jack, leaving him for dead and sending a clear message to Sting. Once again last week, Sting was in the rafters and Bray Wyatt wanted Sting to come down and talk to him face to face, clearly to set up an ambush it would seem. That was when Cactus Jack said enough was enough, he was going to take the fight to Wyatt himself. And that was when Wyatt had to look on as Cactus Jack planted Kane with a DDT onto barbed wire. This week, it was Cactus Jack's in-ring debut against the Big Red Machine himself, Wyatt's disciple, Kane. Kane in the ring. He wants to finish the job he started a few weeks ago when he tombstoned Cactus Jack on the floor and hit a chokeslam from the ring apron to the mat below. And Cactus Jack here tonight competing in his first one-on-one match here in NLW. At Desolation, he has a last man standing match with Bray Wyatt, but tonight Wyatt's dirty work is being done by Kane, and he drops the barbed wire, but an uppercut by Kane, and now misses the boot, going for that double arm DDT, but shot away in an instant, and now the clothesline over the top rope to the floor. The Big Red Machine is looking to take out Cactus Jack before Bray Wyatt has a chance to get his hands on him. But did you see that? Cactus Jack may not even make it to Desolation. The hip toss into the steel steps. And the referee is just going to let this happen, is he? The steps get thrown into Cactus Jack's face, and those steps aren't light. They are very heavy, and now I'll go for the tombstone on the floor again, but a knee to the back of the skull. And now Cactus Jack, bang bang, there's the elbows. And onto the concrete goes Cactus Jack. He's survived thus far, but is he going to be able to survive the rest of this matchup? Jack and Kane continue after this. Welcome back, this matchup in progress. Cactus Jack, you see him on the back of Kane, but gets thrown off. And now picked up, look at that, the strength of Kane with that sidewalk slam. Not just a monster in spirit, monstrous strength as well from Kane, who will do whatever Bray Wyatt says. And right now, Kane on the top rope with the clothesline, takes out Cactus Jack. And the crowd not happy. They want to see Cactus Jack get back into this one. And we saw before the break the damage that was done with those steel steps to Cactus Jack, but maybe over. But the chokeslam was batted away, and now went for the big boot, got crossed on the top rope, and then the elbows in that tree of woe. And Jack getting back into it. Mrs. Foley's baby boy with a knee in the corner. And Cactus Jack trying to mount a comeback, but what the hell's he going for now? He's brought a steel chair in the ring, but this is no disqualification. But Cactus Jack gets booted in the face before he can use the chair. And Kane, what is going through that sick monster's mind? Oh my god. The Big Red Machine looking for a chokeslam on that open steel chair. But just like last week, gets turned into the double arm DDT. And Cactus Jack picks up the victory over the Big Red Monster Kane. Well, if Cactus Jack had been chokeslammed onto that steel chair, it would have been over, and I don't think we would have seen him at Last Man Standing against Bray Wyatt at Desolation. But he managed to avoid it by reversing the chokeslam attempt into the double arm DDT. Well, take a look at this again. The boot to the face. And then Kane went for the chokeslam but got it turned into a double arm DDT. Just like what happened last week when he hit the DDT onto barbed wire, but now, oh wait a minute. Oh, and there's AJ Lee. Oh, for God's sake, it's the Brood. And Bray Wyatt saying to Kane, oh my, he just slapped him across the face, and Cactus Jack gets planted face first into that steel chair by the Brood. And Wyatt's disciples taking care of Jack. Bray Wyatt telling Kane, this is how you do it. But, oh wait a minute. And after being slapped by Wyatt, Kane telling Bray, look behind you. There is Sting, who has been trying to get at Wyatt for months. And, oh my, where the hell did they go? Bray Wyatt ordered Kane to go back to the ring after his poor performance in that match. And you can look around in the rafters all you like, but Kane realises he's just lost, and Bray Wyatt wants to get his hands on Sting, but he also wants to get his hands on Cactus Jack. Well, still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk will be out here to talk about the TLC match for the world title at Desolation, and that is in our next part. What will he have to say to Shawn Michaels?